Well, in the 45 years I've been born, I have been taking the time to watch several rom-coms. Maybe not so many old ones, but some recent ones, and a few from my day and what have you. I've liked a lot of them. But there's this one flick that came out like 30 years ago today. I just completely didn't know about it. I just completely ignored it when someone gave it to me. Just never did want to take it home with me and watch it. Until just more recently, I watched it on Disney Plus. So now I'm finally going to give it to you and tell you what I thought about it. This is my review of the rom-com known as While You Were Sleeping. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Doyle, better known to as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the 1995 rom-com While You Were Sleeping, released by Hollywood Pictures, distributed by Buena Vista, now Disney, and produced along with Caravan Pictures, directed by John Turteltaub, and written by Daniel G. Sullivan and Frederick LeBeau. Starring Sandra Bullock, along with Bill Pullman, Peter Gallagher, Peter Boyle, and Glynis Johns. Oh yeah, plus Jack Warden. Anyway, it's about a Chicago Transit Authority token collector who apparently saves a man, but now she gets mistaken when she blurts out that she's going to be the guy's fiance, and then soon she meets the family and the brother, who apparently falls for in a way. The film was released on this date, April 21st, 1995. Henceforth, today is the 30th anniversary of the film. And you heard me correctly. Why did I not see it long ago? I'll explain when I get to it, when I get done with this, okay? Lucy Eleanor Moretz is a lonely fare token collector for the Chicago Transit Authority, stationed at the Randolph-Wabash station. She secretly loves Pierre Callaghan, a handsome commuter, though they are strangers. On Christmas Day, Lucy rescues Pierre from the Chicago L train after muggers push him onto the tracks. She accompanies the comatose Pierre to the hospital, where a nurse overhears her mumbling, "I was going to marry him," misinterpreting. She tells everyone that Lucy is his fiancée. As the family has not heard from Pierre in a while, the engagement is a surprise. Lucy becomes too caught up in the crisis to explain the truth. She remains silent due to embarrassment. Pierre's grandmother, Elsie, has a heart condition and loneliness. While visiting, Lucy confesses her predicament to him, unaware his godfather, Saul, overhears her. He confronts her, and she confesses she is alone. Her mother died when she was very young, and her dad recently passed. He keeps her secret, as the accident has brought the family closer, and he knows Lucy is not being malicious. So captivated with the quirky Callaghans and their unconditional love, Lucy cannot hurt them by revealing Pierre is a stranger. She spends a belated Christmas with them, then meets Pierre's younger brother Jack, who is supposed to take over his father's furniture business, though he wants his own business. Jack is initially suspicious, but falls in love with Lucy as they spend time together. Then it becomes mutual. They bond over the similar humor, dreams of traveling, and intense love for the Callaghans. Although their relationship comes to a momentary standstill when Jack, due to a misunderstanding, announces her pregnancy during her friend's New Year's Eve party, prompting them to have an argument, eventually revealing their mutual dissatisfaction with life. Meanwhile, Peter's actual girlfriend, Ashley, accepts his proposal on his answering machine. She leaves follow-up messages about his non-responsiveness, saying she has come back to town and wants to see him. After New Year's Eve, Peter wakes up. He doesn't know Lucy, so they assume he has amnesia. Lucy attempts to tell the Callaghans the truth, but they assume she is telling them she is not really pregnant and brush it off. Saul intercepts Lucy, saying he will explain the news to him. When Jack drives Lucy home, she thanks him for his kindness and friendship. He finally tells his father he would rather make furniture than take over the business. He not only understands, but wishes he had told him sooner. Saul tells Peter he is a putz for how he treats women and that Lucy is special. Lucy and Peter begin spending time together and he realizes how sweet she is. Meanwhile, Ashley discovers from Peter's doorman that he is now engaged and in the hospital. Ashley confronts Peter, saying they are engaged, but he reminds her they broke up after she rejected his proposal. He declares he's a changed man and is marrying Lucy now. Now I'm going to go to the final act in the ending. As always, you know the procedure. You have 5 seconds to sub this video. Go to the description box below. Fast forward to the time below as I count down now. If you've seen this movie already, please continue. Okay, you've been warned. Lucy discovers Saul never told the Callahans anything, so returns to the hospital to tell Peter herself. He tells her how much he cares for her, proposes again, and she accepts, although she is now in love with Jack. When Jack visits Lucy the day before the wedding, she asks him if he can give her a reason not to marry Peter. He disappoints her that he cannot. On the day of the wedding, just as the ceremony begins, Lucy blurts out, "I object," and Jack agrees. She finally confesses everything, telling the family she not only fell in love with all of them, but she loves Jack rather than Peter. Then Peter's real fiancée, Ashley, arrives and demands the wedding be stopped. A man also arrives, objecting, as he is Ashley's husband. As everyone argues, Lucy slips out unnoticed. Sometime later, while Lucy is at work, Jack places an engagement ring in her booth's token tray. He proposes to her in the booth with most of the Callahan's watching. Jack and Lucy are married and then take a CTA train for their honeymoon. Lucy narrates that he fulfilled her dream of going to Florence, Italy, and explains that when Peter asked when she fell in love with Jack, she replied, "It was while you were sleeping." End of story. So what did I think of While You Were Sleeping? Well, despite I never did watch this film at first, considering I recalled it was laid right in front of me on VO cassette at the day after I graduated from high school, I just turned it down because I had never heard of the film, nor did I didn't seem too interested in the film, to be honest. Because what I was really wanting was the film One Fine Day with George Clooney and Michelle Pfeiffer, which I was familiar with, but never did get it. Well, anyway, after finally taking the time to watch this on the day of its 30th anniversary, I realized I feel bad for turning this down. I was wrong. This film is very good. I mean, this does remind me of other rom-coms and what have you that I have seen. And others like Sleepless in Seattle, which I definitely need to rewatch that and review that sometime down the road. Or maybe, I don't know. Uh, there'd be so many to mention, what have you. But nevertheless, I found this film to be pretty good. The film was a big hit, going on to make $182 million at the box office on its $17 million budget. Sandra Bullock garnered a nomination for the Golden Globes Award for Best Actress, Motion Picture, or Musical. Yes. Please stand by. Unfortunately, from the looks of it, I'd say she lost the award. Okay, hang on a second. Yeah, unfortunately, she lost it to Nicole Kidman for her role in the film To Die For, which is another film I'm not too familiar with, to be honest, folks. Oh well. But nevertheless, I found this film to be pretty good and what have you. The film is recognized by the AFI in 2002 with a nomination for the list AFI's 100 Years, 100 Passions. Anyway, the film got good reviews. It's set to 81% on Rotten Tomatoes, saying the film is built wholly from familiar ingredients, but assembled with such skill and with such a charming performance from Sandra Bullock that it gives Formula a good name. Metacritic has a score of 67, and the audiences surveyed by CinemaScore gave the film an A grade. Roger Ebert wrote in the Chicago Sun-Times that it's a feel-good film, warm and good-hearted, and as it was heading for its happy ending, I was still a little astonished how much I was enjoying it. Well, yes, I will say this had a ton of emotional depth and what have you, so I think this is just such an amazing little film. Randy Edelman does the score for the film, and it's pretty good as well. But anyway, for our cast, we have Sandra Bullock as Lucy. This was one of her earlier films and what have you, but it wasn't her first. Because I know she recently had done Demolition Man before this. But still, she was pretty good and what have you. Bill Pullman played Jack, and he was good. Peter Gallagher playing, well, Peter. You'll like that. Yeah, still a pretty good character. The late, great Peter Boyle playing the head of the Callahan family, Ox. He's pretty good. Glynis Johns played Elsie. She was good. Um, the matriarch of the Callahan family, Midge, is played by Nicole Mercurio. Not bad. And we have Jack Warden playing Saul. I've got to say, he's good. So anyway, it has some pretty good characters and what have you. But anyway, oh yeah, and there's also Micah Keena in her film debut, playing Jack and Peter's sister, Mary. Of course, I would later see her in Freddy vs. Jason, and she's been in other films later on, like Man of the House, Orange County. I didn't get to watch that. I need to see that one, though. But yeah, I will say she was pretty good. So anyway, the film does have a pretty good cast and what have you. So while you were sleeping, while I feel bad for missing out and turning someone's video cassette laying in front of me after graduation, I just feel bad that I turned it down. But after watching it on Disney Plus, which that's where you can find it, you can still find it on physical media for a pretty decent price. I'm pretty sure of it. I think this film's great. I loved it. So, with everything said, would I recommend While You Were Sleeping, considering it has a pretty good story, good emotional depth, great characters, and a great cast, and a pretty good score? I would say yes. Definitely. Go for it. So, I think it's amazing. So, what did you think of While You Were Sleeping? Let me know in the comments section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Continue to help support my channel. Make it grow and make the views grow. Tell all your friends about my channel. Give them to know me. Maybe they'd like to be a part of my Big D Nation. Share my vids with your friends if you like. Tell all your friends about my channel. Maybe they'd like to be a part of my Big D Nation. And I'm just 2 subscribers away, last time I checked, from 900 subscribers. I think I am going to make it before this month's over with. Will I make it? I hope so. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed my review of While You Were Sleeping, and if you did, check out my reviews for these other 2 Sandra Bullock films. In the upper left-hand corner is my review of one of my favorites of hers, Miss Congeniality from 2000. The upper right-hand corner is my recent review of its underrated sequel, Miss Congeniality 2 Armed and Fabulous. Or if you'd like more Bill Pullman, check out my review of a film he did the following year after this came out, in Independence Day from 1996. At the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.